Hey, what's going on, guys? It's FPL Yusuf here, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be going over my Game Week 36 transfer plans, jump into how we got on in Game Week 35, and it just wasn't a great game week overall. I'm going to show you guys what my current transfer plans are for Game Week 36, and we'll take a brief look at what my team is looking like for the next deadline as well. So I do hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today on my YouTube channel for another video. So let's just jump straight into how we currently got on in Game Week 35. And it really it's one of the worst game weeks of the season, if I'm being honest with you. We only had 2 returns out of the whole team, and that was Isaac up front for us, who got himself a goal and 3 bonus points. And we had Mbermo, who got an assist, despite the fact that Brentford won 4-1. So, yeah, overall, the team just did not perform well at all. A lot of blank, or nearly everyone blanked, which gave us a total of 34 points. We did get a red arrow. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. We're down to about 640k in the world. So it wasn't, I was expecting to be a lot more, to be honest with you. So we've got something to be thankful for about that. But overall, it really didn't go too well. You know, at least we got a little return with the captaincy. It was actually on Isaac before the game week started, and I did change it to Mbermo. And, you know, judging by the 4 goals they put up, it was the right move. It just so happens that it was, you know, Kevin Schade, who is a player that I was actually looking to bring in, but didn't want to take the minus, which is kind of why I didn't do it. It was him, obviously, who got majority of the points for Brentford. So, yeah, a little bit underwhelming game week, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can put that right in game week 36. And I'll show you guys exactly how I'm planning to do that up next. Okay, so first up, let's talk who we're going to get rid of. And I think first name up on this team sheet is Mateta. Now, I am looking at taking a potential -8 this week. Now, I didn't take a minus last week, but I've got a few issues in my team that I need to rectify, and I want to get these players gone. So first up, Jean-Philippe Mateta. He has been woeful for me since I bought him in. He really hasn't been good at all, and I'm just at the stage now where I've had enough of him. Now, Erling Haaland was sitting on Manchester City's bench last game week. He didn't come on for any minutes. It is a little bit of a risk, but this is the first transfer that I'm looking to make now. I've got money in the bank, so I don't need to worry about, you know, trying to scrimp or save here. I've got enough money to make the transfer happen, moving Mateta to Haaland. I think the big question is he going to start against Southampton? Now, I can't see a reason why not. You know, Man City are struggling for goals at the moment. The only thing I can think of is that obviously they might be not wanting to rush him back with the FA Cup final in a few weeks' time, which, you know, obviously would make sense in their mind. So it's a little bit of a gamble. I think it's worth me saying that if you are somebody who, you know, is probably looking at as well, I think you've got to take it with a pinch of salt that he may not start and may just come off the bench, you know, for a sort of 25, 30-minute cameo. I'm just hoping that he is going to start, and I think I'm just going to throw the captaincy on him this week. Obviously, Man City against Southampton is a fantastic fixture. Now, Marmoush probably will start one way or the other. But for me, I just wanted that little bit of an upside, a little bit more of a differential. So Erling Haaland is that player for me. Now I'll move on to 2 of the midfielders, and that is Leandro Trossard and Jacob Murphy. Now, I'm probably more inclined to keep Murphy just because I think he's got more chance of playing. I do want to get rid of both of them, though, if truth be told. The first one up is Leandro Trossard. I think that, you know, he was great for me over the last few weeks. And, you know, he almost done his job as I needed him to, so I'm happy with that. I am looking at Kevin Schade for Brentford. Obviously, they've got good fixtures still to come. He returned this week. Don't let that put you off thinking that that's his haul now, because we've seen it in past where, you know, players score and they score again and they score again, but people don't bring them in because they feel like they've had their haul. Don't be put off by that. If it's someone that you think is going to, you know, return, and that's the reason why you're looking at him, even if it means taking a minus, then definitely do consider it. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing this week. Trossard, he's been, like I said, he's been great for me over the last few weeks. He's done, you know, especially in the double game week, he was really helpful. I think I think Arsenal just run their course this season. I think they're kind of all that's left is the game tomorrow night against PSG. So for me personally, I want a little bit of money saved up, because obviously I'm going to Erling Haaland now, which is going to take a big bit of my budget. But B, I just think that, you know, Ipswich away from home, Brentford have got, you know, a chance to score a few goals in that game, and I'd rather have an extra attacker from Brentford than not have. The last, as I said, Jacob Murphy is another one. Like I said, out of the 2, I'm probably more inclined to keep him. He's probably going to get more minutes than Trossard. There's not really that many options in midfield to choose from, if truth be told. That's the other thing, and the other problem I have at the moment is that there's not really like that many players to go with. Obviously, you can look at like another Liverpool attacker, you know, Luis Diaz, someone like that. But to be honest with you, there's not really a whole host to choose from. The other option is to move Timber out for another defender, and obviously play a 4-back this week. But I think for the time of recording, I'm just going to wait and see what happens, obviously, with the Arsenal game. And then, you know, we'll try and reflect on that towards the end of the week. But right now, Erling Haaland coming in for Mateta is one of my transfers. Trossard coming out for Kevin Schade is a second one. And then we're going to wait and decide whether we take the -8 or not. Right, let's just take a quick look at what my team is currently looking at. This is before I've made any transfers. And we'll start off with Nick Pope in goal. not an ideal keeper to have for me. You know, Chelsea, even though they are at home, it's still not a great fixture. Chelsea have got a decent record at St James's Park. I just don't see it worth taking the minus to move a keeper out. So he's going to stay where he is for now. The back three, Mikalenko continues to start. Milenkovic against Leicester, again, another great fixture. Aït-Nouri against Brighton. It's not the best fixture in the world. It's not the worst. Obviously, Aït-Nouri does have the upside with the attacking play, so I don't mind playing him. So the back three, probably okay as it is for now. Like I said in the previous section, there may be a small chance that I change Timber for another defender and this team becomes a back four, but for the time being, this is how we're going to go. Midfield, Jacob Murphy, going to start against Chelsea. Obviously, Newcastle playing at home, which you'd always back the home team against the away team. So Jacob Murphy's fine there. Brian Mbeumo, Ipswich away, hopefully going to be coupled up with Kevin Schade, which means it won't be Leandro Trossard in midfield, and Mo Salah to top things off. I think, you know, Arsenal's probably going to be a difficult game. Is there a captaincy shout for him? Maybe if you're trying to play it safe. I think for me personally this week, you know, I'm going to get onto this in a second, but I'm probably looking to go elsewhere. So right now, that is what my current midfield is looking like. Like I said, there's a 95% chance that Trossard will be Kevin Schade, and the front three will be Isak, Marmoush, and Erling Haaland. If we hear good things towards the back end of the week, obviously, I'm going to wait and see what Pep Guardiola says in his press conference. If I get any sort of inkling Haaland's going to be starting, he will 100% be my captain. I'm not even going to risk it with Marmoush for minutes or, you know, try and go for an Mbeumo or something. It will be Erling Haaland. He will be a differential by the time we bring him in because I think there'll be a lot of people who've got other moves to make, as well as maybe a little bit of uncertainty around his minutes. But yeah, for me, that is what my current team is looking like. Transfers haven't been made yet. I'm going to try and wait towards the back end of the week just to see how the Arsenal game goes and wait for some press conference news as well. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I'll be back on Thursday with an FPL challenge video, and I'll be back on Friday with the final team section video. I won't be uploading anything tomorrow because obviously me as an Arsenal fan, we are playing PSG. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Arsenal can do the business there. But I will be back with 2 more uploads before the next deadline. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Like I said again, if you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I'll catch you guys next time.